Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series, midweek number 11 on Myksta, joined by Inmaniac, and this is our semi-final matchup here between Rebellion and, of course, the other team that just slipped my mind, Phoenix.NS. I always get confused at the NS part, specifically because there was two Phoenix teams that entered into this competition. But that's Phoenix.NS and S. More commonly, I'm going to be referring to them as Phoenix. And yeah, we're getting into our first map here, Hardpoint Retreat. And Maniac, how are you thinking this is going to go down?
Well, it's going to be a very interesting matchup, Mike. Pretty excited to see both these teams play. We just saw Rebellion take out Taunt 2-1 in their best of 3, obviously, and we saw Phoenix come through beating out Symmetric. So obviously heading into game 1 here, Hardpoint on Retreat. First hill here, right in the courtyard, as we're all familiar with. Always scrappy, as we generally see with evenly matched teams. So it'll be interesting how these two teams face off against one another.
Yeah, and I mean, with the current scores, 12 points to 8, both teams have a little bit of they've had a little bit of a piece of the pie, so to speak, here in this hard point. You're going to be seeing, though, Yoshi being able to pick off a nice couple of kills there. His teammate's going to help support him there. Turns around, nearly gets a little bit of friendly fire, but he will still be alive here in this hard point. With two players coming out of Spa, they will be able to take down both players. That's going to be Wolfie with a double kill there on that core side. Now, off the respawn, Dismal is going to be trying to see one, and he will be able to get tags on Wolfie, but Wolfie is backed off into the corner. Pushing on in will be Dismal to pick off that kill. Now it will rotate, though, over at the Turtle, and you do notice here, Maniac, that two of the players from Phoenix are there. Dismal's going to be watching this hotel, and there's going to be one at the back stairs. Now, players are dropping for them, but they've still got that Turtle control, and they're getting those points for themselves here, 37 points to 18, but as I say that, Wolfie was just able to go in a single one-man army to take them all out.
Yeah, as you pointed out, Mike, so that was a very nice rotation by Yosh and the team, but those guys, I really feel they gave up that courtyard hardpoint just a little early. I mean, there was still a good 20 seconds left or so, and they basically abandoned it. They still had the opposition of Wolfie in the squad still in the single digits, but they came back pretty strong, and now we're seeing Rival and Vanquish holding down this total hardpoint. I kind of think it was a bit of a mistake from Yosh to rotate so early.
Either way, the current scoreline is a 10-point game. He's closing in a little bit, 43 to 36 now. 8 minutes still remaining in this game, so we've only played 2 minutes, so maybe one of the mistakes that they did make earlier in this game might catch back up to them in the end. Either way, it is now about to rotate here onto this lobby side. Rival will get shot in the back there from the Spa side. That's going to be Wolfie shutting down Yoshi in return. Dismal will take down Perko, and Vanish and Wolfie pick off kills there. The kill feed still lighting up, this time in favor both of red and blue sides, equaling up those kills. And you're going to be having Yoshi now pushing into this hard point. Now he's got his teammate with him, and he's got 3 of the players from Rebellion to deal with. He will get tags, he will get taken down. The kill feed's still going up. Yoshi was able to pick up that double kill, but Perko and Rival able to get kills for themselves, and there you go. Dismal picks off another double kill, clearing out that hard point, but it's not over yet. The hard point's still in contention, and once again, Rebellion able to come away victorious in that contest.
This hill here has been even more scrappy than the courtyard one. That kill feed, there's no use calling it. It is just lighting up red and blue, flashing strobes. It's a party up in here as Wolfie's now trying to hold it down. Finally holding it down for more than a few seconds and getting points on the board. Much needed points, I must say, for this Rebellion squad as the final seconds are now counting down as we're going to be setting up for the next hard point over on that right-hand side of the map down at the cafe. We're going to be seeing Rival and Vanish both in position here. I'm over with Vanish as he just took down Swaney. He's dropping down low in a great position with this ASM-1. He's got lots of shots out, finally gets the tags, and does pick up Yosh. Swaney and Dismal are going to respond with some very nice shots. Over with Broxy now as he's got some heavy shots out. It was actually Swaney able to pick up that kill before Perko and Wolfie both get some swift revenge over with Swaney as he promptly gets dropped. Still a bit over 30 seconds left in this hill. They are going to contest pretty hard for it. Rival's in there. It is contested. The player right in front of him gets tags out. He drops down low. Not going to be enough to get away as Yosh just gets dropped and Rival's still going to work.
It is going to be Vanish, though, who's going to be pushing into this bar, being able to pick off the kill there on Swanee. Now, he's still going to be in this hard point, getting that remaining scrap time. That's going to be 12 seconds in total, which will bring them over the 100-point mark. But you do notice the teams from both sides here are going to be sitting up over into this hotel. Now, we'll swap over to Yoshi. He's going to be over in these back stairs. His team is going to be surrounding that hotel side as well. So they've got that hotel controlled. They've got the jump up. controlled. As I say that, a player will drop, but Yoshi will be at the back stairs getting taken down apparently, and the players will now be coming in from all angles from Rebellion. So nice job to pick off those kills, then push on forward to get that control. And now you see them having that control from that hard point, but not for too much longer, as once again, one of the biggest clusters here with so many entrance points, Hotel has just been annihilated. The teams have just been swapping hands, controlling this hard point, but you do have this current scoreboard still in favor of Rebellion, 116 and counting to 73.
Yeah, these Rebellion guys, they messed it up just before. During your monologue there, we did see them lose control, but they're back in control again. They really need to set up. A lot of them just got dropped. You got Perko holding down the hill here. There is only about 10 seconds left, so no doubt you'll be seeing them set up for the next courtyard hardpoint. Perko's going to be getting these scrap points about 3 or 4 seconds left. There's already an attack happening in the middle. I'm going to jump over to Rival as his hardpoint's about to swap. He just got taken down by Swaney, though, who also gets promptly dropped. Wolfie now trying to rack up some points for the Rebellion squad. They're starting to walk away with it now and almost double the lead. Indeed, they will get double the lead of this Phoenix squad. 144 to 73 is your current score. Wolfie's still going to work with this ASM1. He's currently on a 3-point streak, 5 caps to his name, 23 for 16. He's carrying the team at the moment. They are all pretty even though, as you're going to be seeing this Phoenix squad trying desperately to break up this very well set up hard point. They got to watch the spawners now. They're all spawning up that top side lobby side of the map. And as we see Wolfie just dropped there, he was the anchor for this squad in this hard point, but with only 20 seconds left in this one, it's a bit late for this Phoenix squad to capitalize any points from it, and really they should be setting up for this next rotation.
They should be doing a little bit of both, getting that scrap time and also setting up for that next hard point. But I just want to point out, for the majority of that time, for that first 40 seconds, that was really uncontested. The Rebellion were able to get in. That was just due to the setup that they had. Their players picking off those kills, no one was really able to touch it, and when they did, it was only the scrap time remaining. That's why the scoreline has jumped so high to now become 169 points to 92 and counting. Now, for the Phoenix squad, they still have plenty of time. They've got another 3.5 rotations left to just set up, get more points on the board, but they can't afford to be losing the rotations like they just did. Rebellion were able to just go on and quickly break the hard point, and then now keep it in contention. Now, even though that Phoenix are trying to get it back up, and they now have successfully been able to do so, that time in contention is just seconds less that they won't be able to use to catch back up on the overall score. And I mean, everyone knows from looking at this scoreboard, they need every second that they can get.
They really do, Mike, and as you can see there, 177 to 99. These guys from Phoenix are only just breaking triple digits now. You're going to see the scrap time being collected by Zizmal as the rotation is back onto that north side of the map over in the lobby, and your kill feed is about to light up. I'm going to be jumping over to Rival, who's contesting this hill here. He just took down Broxy. There's a player contesting as well. Will he pick up the 2-piece? No, it's not good enough for Yoshi. It's not good enough to take on Yoshi, as he was probably taken down over with Vanish now, racking up the points here. He's got a bit of color to his skin right now, going outside for a breath of fresh air. Perko denies that though. Rival and Wolfie now trying to hold it down for this Rebellion squad. They're still walking away with it, 188 to 109. He's rocking the ASM1 here. Rival, he's got Wolfie here right in front of him, backing him up. And look at these points just racking up. They're about to hit the 200 point mark. And look at your mini-map, Mike. You're going to see these guys from Phoenix. They were a bit too slow, a bit hesitant to go in there. They did clean it out though, which was important. The guys from Rebellion went out to meet them, and now this next spawn is going to be vital. All of these guys from the Rebellion squad actually spawned up the north side of the map, which left all of these guys from Phoenix able to spawn towards the middle courtyard area, and they've already rotated around to the cafe, but it's not really going to matter here as Wolfie is set up nicely and cleaned them out, and it looks like these guys from Rebellion are really just walking away with it.
That they are, but you got to keep in mind, with 1 minute 46 on the clock, there is still enough time to catch back up in this overall game for just a little bit longer. Now, I say that, and you know, the kill feed just lights on up, mostly in favour of the Rebellion team, but once again, it is the team of Phoenix that are in control of this bar side. Now, Vanish is going to try and make a little bit of, something a little bit different there as he tries to push on in. Now, he'll get taken out. We have Rival picking off the kill before getting dropped. And once again, 2 players from Phoenix are into this bar side, picking off the kills that they need to keep that hard point in their favor. As I say that, apparently the commentator's curse is going to be real, because Wolfie was able to pick off a double, Rival getting a single. The hard point, once again in the neutral ground, swapping over between contention and now just swapping over between teams. But but the overall scoreline remains at 218 points to 132. Now, with only 60 seconds remaining, it won't be possible to catch back up mathematically here on the scoreboard, but every point counts to be able to just change the momentum. Even if you do end up with a loss on the map, if you can end the last 60 seconds completely in a one-sided domination match, then that will make a world of difference leading into the search and destroy or second respawn, as it is a best of 3 will be a respawn.
Couldn't agree more with pretty much everything you just said, Mike. These guys from Phoenix know they can't come back, but it's all about keeping that momentum. You know, if they can keep their aim strong, that's going to make all the difference going into that next game, as you pointed out. But these guys from Rebellion, too strong. They only need 10 more points, 20 seconds left in the map, and they are holding down this top hotel hard point really, really well. Broxy's doing his best to crack it, but with only 3 seconds required, it's going to be all Rebellion. You're going to be seeing Vanish. And I didn't see who that other player was. Finish it up for these boys, 250 to 138. Mike, I was actually really surprised about how that game played out. It was so scrappy in the beginning. I was a little bit put off by Rebellion and how they rotated so early towards that turtle hardpoint. You saw these guys from Phoenix come back, and indeed, they actually got the lead there. It was a little to and fro for that turtle hardpoint, setting up to the third hardpoint as well. I didn't really expect that. And I kind of think it would have just been that first game, you know, everyone just trying to get into the swing of things. And as soon as they did, I mean, these guys from Rebellion, as soon as they got their vibe, their mojo, they got their mojo back, baby. They walked away with it, and in the end, it was a bit of a stomping. Yeah,
it was a little bit, but I got to give a shout out there to Dismal, who actually was the only player in the game to actually hit that 40 bomb. He got 41 kills in the end, and he did a great job at it. But we're all going to take a short break. We've got Capture the Flag up next. I do believe it will be a Capture the Flag on Retreat again, so we're going to be playing the same map twice. Whoever made the map rotation here, Tint might have done goofed. Oh well. Either way, we are going to be having a quick commercial break, and we'll be back soon with our next map. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series semi-finals match here in the Midweek 11. This match is, of course, between Rebellion and Phoenix.NS. I'm Myksta, joined by Inmaniac, and we're loading into Capture the Flag Retreat. Now, we just saw Retreat played, however, it was on the hardpoint variant. Inmaniac, do you want to give me a little bit of a rundown on how that map actually went down?
Yeah, well, I gave a pretty good summary at the end of the last one, but to touch back on it, we just saw the guys from Rebellion stomp out these guys from Phoenix pretty convincingly. It was scrappy in the beginning. Once they got their rotations down pat and got comfortable in it, it was pretty one-sided. With that said, these guys from Phoenix can't be underrated. All relatively well-known players, Swaney, Dismal, and especially Yosh. I've seen all these guys, a lot of them. Proxy, you know, really, just going by those names, they should be pretty strong, and I expect them to at least put up a challenge here against this Rebellion squad in this CTF.
See them pushing on forward here. The the Phoenix side, Dismal taking the charge. Now, he will be able to pick off the kill, and now the flag running over through the turtle, now over into the jump up. Now, he's going to be over in this pool side, and you do notice his team's there to cover him as well. They're going to get a couple of shots into that bottom side of Hotel as Dismal gets a little bit stuck there on that pool side. Maybe decided want to go for a little bit of a swim. Decided against it, though, as now over onto these rocks. Now, the opposition flag will get picked up, and it's looking like it might get returned here, and it did exactly that as a Vanish tries to run it through the cafe. He'll get taken down. We do have both flags now returned back to their bases, and the kill feed lining up here from the middle of the map. You notice just straight through the center, from the lobby to the courtyard to the hotel. Gunfights were all happening, and now Rival is able to pick off the flag. Going to be running it through the lobby itself. Now over once again to the pool side. He'll get taken down, but his teammates are going to be there to try and cover him. Now Wolfie picks up this flag, finally getting taken down, but 2 players down from either team. Perko picks up the flag. The flag over for this blue side is just completely changing hands between every single member from Rebellion right now.
Yeah, and Perko, as you're saying that, Mike was actually able to get that flag in, and that was quite a brilliant run for those guys. There was only one player in position to stop it. He was on the stairs. Perko was able to take him down for getting that flag, and now we're going to see these guys from Rebellion on the defense here. We saw Rival clean it up. He's now looking towards pool. Player in front of him gets the tags out, but he's going to be duped as Proxy able to take him down and then pick up the big 2-piece before Vanish is finally going to get the headshot to finally take him down. You now got Dismal here on the jump up from this Phoenix squad. He's going to go up high. As you can see on your minimap, there's a player right below him. He might be able to hear him out. There's a couple of teammates right below him to pick him up, and there you go. Dismal actually picks up that kill on Wolfie here. He's going to be trying to probably make a move here on this flag. There is going to be a player just up over that jump up, and a player right behind him as well is able to spot him, but that's Wolfie able to take him down. Rival actually going for a run now. Flag in here, spots a player, gets the tags on, decides to run instead of finishing it up. And as you can see on the minimap, no one in a position to really stop him. He does get very heavily stunned at the end there, but not going to matter as he takes the lead, or already in the lead, furthers the lead for this Rebellion squad. Now we're looking at 2-0 with just over 2 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, and you're going to be having him actually be able to pick up a nice defensive kill there. Looking for a second. He won't be able to do so. That was going to be dismal once again. Broxy's going to be coming up through the flank, though. Yoshi takes out a kill as well. So that's 3 players down for the moment. That is going to be Wolfie, who tries to contest and tries to play a little bit of defense, but he'll get shut down. Broxy now going to be running over through this poolside once again, though. It is looking like we're going to be seeing a flag capped without too much contention.
Easy.
No one's in a position to be able to stop that, and I mean, you said it. It's an easy flag capture. It's going to be the first flag capture put on the scoreboard here. That's going to make it 2-1. Vanish, though, off that little bit of a turnaround, will pick off that flag. Now, keep in mind, there's only 1 player left alive, but the spawns were favorable to them. He's still going to be dashing around the map here, and there is 2 players, though, ready to contest him. Will he be able to do it? No, he gets distracted by the second one. He does get taken down, but his teammates are there. The flag will still get picked up. He's waiting for it, though. Perko doesn't know where to shoot. He'll get dropped. The flags, plural, will get returned, and we're back to a 2-1 situation.
I don't want to go back too far, but I'm going to. The guys from the Phoenix squad on their cap just about a minute ago, they played that perfectly. It's generally accepted amongst the pros in the broader COD esports community that the poolside on retreat is the way you want to go. You can get better cover from your teammates. It's less obstructed. It's just where you want to run. These guys capitalize perfectly on all the kills they got. I do have to interrupt myself as Yosh is running this flag, and he's actually going to be getting it in here to tie things up. But just pointing it out, they did it once again there. So both things still apply to what I was saying. They capitalized on the kills they got off the spawn. They were watching, they were watching the spawners, covering the teammate really well to get that flag in. I mean, it was textbook stuff there, Mike. And as you saw, they followed up with a second one to even things up. And I said at the beginning of this game, these guys actually have a pretty good name for themselves. Going up against some big names, they've got this far to the semis here in this ODC. And, you know, they're playing pretty well right now.
They are, and I mean, we have 8 seconds remaining in the half. Both teams were able to pick off the opposition flags. Now, it is going to be Broxy who's going to be trying to go for a run. Unfortunately, he's not going to make it there in time. Regardless, the opposition team had the flag in hand. But that's going to be the half, and I mean, the scores are now 2-2. So we had the scores, get tied back up, but the overall factor that I want to consider here is the fact that we did have a sizable lead from the team of Rebellion. Then they lost 2 flags, and they've now tied up the scoreline at 2-2. Now that the half swap, now that we're into our second half, the sides are going to swap. So teams are going to be having the opportunity to play from the opposing angle that they spawned in originally. And we'll see if that's going to make a big impact, because of course teams have your good sides, you have your bad sides as well. Wolfie, though, will be able to pick off that first blood, making it a double kill, taking down 2 players. Vanish takes out a third, and Rival will clean up that 4th player. So they're going to be pushing in for an early push here to pick up this flag, and that's going to be Rival, who does get EMP. So he's going to be going in for the normal run here as he waits for it to reboot. He's going to be going once again to this pool side, the more favorable side to run for this these flag captures. The kills will be trying to contest here on lobby, and if Wolby can get that 3rd one, this will be all sweet for him. But no, Vanish will get taken out. Perko will be able to pick up that kill, and I mean, such an easy capture in 40 seconds flat. They were able to take the lead and make it 3-2.
Yeah, that was just a perfect run there by the guys from Rebellion there. We saw as they just completely wiped the board of the guys from Phoenix. We saw the spawners did come from that open side. The guys that did spawn for Phoenix, they did what they had to do. Instead of going towards Turtle where the flag is, or flag would have been, they rushed straight down that open side and then cut across through all those cuts. Unfortunately, their gun game just wasn't strong enough, and they were taken down by the guys from Rebellion, and really, it was an easy cap from those guys. I was talking about textbook caps before, and it was the guys from Rebellion this time showing it off.
That it was, and I mean, you still see that even though Phoenix have had a couple of opportunities to go for these flag captures, they haven't been able to go in for a secured run yet. Now, Swanee's going to take his own try at it, and he's going to be here over into the cafe. Now, once again, he's going to have 1 player right next to him to contest with, and unfortunately, he didn't see it, but he's going to be around. Ooh, he went around the pillar. He got tags in. He just couldn't clean up that 3rd shot that he needed to be able to secure that kill, and you just see the entire team of Rebellion getting shut down. This should be an easy capture here for Broxy. There's no one in his way, and this should tie up the overall scoreboard at 3-3 with 3 minutes minutes remaining. We've got a game on our hands here, Inmaniac.
Yeah, we definitely do. That flag was, again, an easy cap for them. Running down the opposite side of the map we saw this time. But with all of the spawners coming from Pool Rocks, it was too easy for them. But with that said, you've now got Vanish here. He's trying to get a return cap. Now, he needs no delay. The comms from this team must be going off right now. And as you can see, all of the fire right there from this squad of Rebellion. It lit up red there for quite a while. But he's got to watch for this counter. All of his teammates here, Vanish's teammates I'm referring to, were just taken out. But as you can see here, there's only 1 or 2 players in position from Phoenix to even make a push. But Mike, they're only 1 point behind with 2 minutes 20 left on the board. These guys have been able to capitalize on their slays quite well so far, so I'd probably expect to see a good counter from the guys of Phoenix. It's up to Rebellion to get that 2-point lead and shut them down before it happens.
Well, they still have 2 minutes to do so, and you mentioned about them just being able, you know, with Vanish being the last one alive a minute or so ago, his teammates were able to respawn, but they were able to pick up the kills, and that they needed to just set up and then push forward in a line to get that map control here on the map. And you notice off that, they're able to then push up aggressively as a team. Rivals are then able to pull the flag, and they got that 2-point lead that you said that they needed to get. They must have been listening to you here, Josh, because that's 140 on the clock, 5-3 lead, and they're going in for another aggressive play. They're going to be getting them off the respawn, catching them off guard. Rival and Wolfie picking off these kills. They're just searching for it. They're hungry to get these to their kill count. And I mean, right now, Rival picking off another one. He spots a third, and he will be able to get him easily done here as he finds another, but won't be able to get him either way. They're just buying time to not allow Phoenix to be making any runs. And just like that, in that fighting spirit, Vanish will pick up the flag, get EMP'd, but he's just costing him precious seconds for Phoenix to not be able to make any plays, and the kills, they're constantly being 2 or 3 down. It's not looking good here for Phoenix.
It's not. I was going to say, Mike, on Rival's huge run before, a lot of people who know their COD might be watching, oh, what's he doing? Because he was way out of position. He was the only player on the bottom side of the map heading into Hotel, and he was up against the whole squad of Phoenix. But as you pointed out, Mike, he was basically playing distraction, and it just turns out that he basically took down the whole team. He was going crazy. It stalled the game. 35 seconds left. 3 caps ahead now. There is no way these guys from Phoenix are coming back. Rival just put the nail in the coffin against this squad, and they're going to be going ahead here, Mike. They're looking really strong. Yeah,
they are. And I mean, they're going to be advancing over into our grand final here, of course, taking out a 2-0 victory and going to be playing the winners of Defying History and Dynasty there in that one. Of course, the losers do play the losers there in that matchup for our 3rd place tie, but it was definitely a great first matchup to bear witness to. 7-3 though will be that final scoreline, and I mean they were just able to get those caps going on in. You did notice though, one thing that I did want to point out was that the first 2 captures were closely contested captures. They made it, you know, there was contest, there was loops and there was dupes, and they needed to go all the way to the end and try just to outplay their opponents in a couple of kills to be able to get those captures. For the remaining caps after that, they were just clear runs. They were gunfights over on the middle, they were opening up the windows, and those players were just gunning it over into that capture zone. They weren't being contested from that halfway point, and that really resulted in such a high scoreline, especially for the team of Rebellion. I mean, that really is what came down to it, and they were able to walk away with a win there. They were able to take out the series to the 0, so great effort to them. And yeah, Maniac, what else can you really say about that series?
Well, what I can say from it is that, as I said, as soon as they got that 2-point lead, you know, it was very well contested by the guys from Phoenix all the way through. It was 3-3. They did well to just keep the pressure on the Rebellion squad. 4-3, the game still wasn't out of reach, but as soon as it hit 5-3 with that perfect run by the guys from Rebellion, I really feel that the Phoenix squad just gave up. It was too tough for them, and as we saw, the last 2 caps were just easy as pie for Rebellion. So, yeah, as soon as they got that 2-point lead, the guys from Phoenix, they knew it was tough, and that was it. That's all she wrote for that squad. So we'll be seeing the guys from Rebellion move forward to the grand final.
That we will. We're going to take a short break while we wait for our other match here at the bracket to actually get completed. If it is going to a map 3 or whatnot, we'll try to jump into it. Either way, we'll take a quick commercial break and hopefully be back soon with our next match, our grand final match here in the CGAWACS Midweek 11. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a little bit unfortunate circumstances here in the CGAWACS Midweek 11. We were meant to have our grand final that was going to be between the teams of Rebellion defying history. Unfortunately, Rebellion had to forfeit. One of the players couldn't stay on for his Xbox, and yeah, they did have to forfeit because of that. So then we're going to go into our bronze match, but then similar situation happened for Phoenix, and they couldn't keep their fourth player on either. So that was 2 straight forfeits. That was all our matches for the night, and that just leaves us having waited quite a long time for no reward. Basically, me and Inmaniac just counting down the seconds until we can cast, and we can't even cast. But that is okay because of the fact that that is our broadcast over. So yeah, Josh, we had an interesting one series that we casted.
Oh, it was a great one series that we've been on for a couple of hours for. And yeah, apologies to the viewers that are still left hanging around, waiting this game. We were waiting for it as well, but unfortunately, you know, these guys have other prior commitments. Yeah, a little unfortunate, but the series that we did see was pretty entertaining. You know, we did have the guys from Rebellion go up against Phoenix. We saw 2 retreat matches. I think this is probably the first cast that I can remember doing, Mike, where we've only done one map the whole stream. With that said, a few things that I wanted to point out about that series, since we might as well give these guys something. I just wanted to say that Rebellion, obviously, taking that one out 2-0, they played really, really well. The guys from Phoenix, I really feel like they had a shot. They kind of got stomped in that hard point towards the end. Some of the rotations I just didn't agree with. They gave them up really, really fast. Even the guys from Rebellion made that mistake early on with those first couple of rotations. I mean, with 25 seconds left, Mike, you really have to keep the aggression on. At least send 1, maybe 2 players towards that hill, because, you know, 25 seconds at the end, that's a huge amount of time. That's only like, well, that's 10% of what you need right there. So I really feel like a little bit more practice is required from those guys from Phoenix on the hard point. When it came to the CTF, both teams played really well. We saw it go to 3-3. Then we saw the guys from Rebellion get ahead. It was 4-3. They kept running that poolside, which is exactly what you need to do on retreat. And yeah, as soon as I called it at the beginning of the map, as soon as the guys from Rebellion got 2 points ahead, guys from Phoenix gave up. I really think they shouldn't have. They were playing really well, Mike. I mean, that's my take on it. I feel like the scoreboard, yes, in the hard point reflects how both teams played. The CTF, not so much. It was a lot closer. I could have easily seen it going to a Game 3. What was your take on it, Mike?
I really don't have too much to add apart from that, but I just want to draw back on that capture the flag. The hard point you pretty much nailed right on the head, but for that capture the flag, you know, when they were only 1 point in the lead, their communication was fairly spot on. They were going back and forth. Then it seemed like they had a little bit less communication. Their teamwork sort of slipped, and then they got that second cap in. Second cap, you know, increase that lead. Then there was a third. Then there was a fourth. And, you know, it just kept going from there. And while they were able to get one more cap in, you know, to make it 7-3, I believe the final time score was, that little bit of a communication lapse, that teamwork lapse of judgment, really just reflected on that map. And, of course, because they couldn't get that map, they lost that lead. They lost that map. They lost the series. And they really couldn't push on through to that one. So it was a little bit unfortunate, just, you know, but as the saying goes, practice makes perfect. So, you know, that always is a bright side. That's why we have our midweek competitions on every Wednesday and ODCs on most Sundays as well. But that will wrap up the production side of things for tonight's broadcast. We'll be updating the player points at the end of this competition. But I just wanted to give a quick plug in. There is an ACL 5K coming up this weekend, this Sunday. What? And yeah, just coming out of nowhere. There is a 5K on this Sunday, so be sure to go ahead and sign up to that one. That is on. You can find more info there on ACL Pro's Twitter at ACL Pro. And go ahead and sign that one up. I'm not too sure if there'll be a stream for that. Either way, you can follow Inmaniac on Twitter at ACL Inmaniac, and he'll be sure to keep you updated for that one. But remember to follow all CyberGamer social media outlets. You've got our Twitter at CGXboxAU, our Facebook, facebook.com/CyberGamer Network, our YouTube, youtube.com/CyberGamer, and of course this brand new MLG.TV channel. Of course, bottom left of the video, there is a follow button. Feel free to press that and stay up to date to when we go live. But that is the end here for our broadcast, and I'm Myksta, joined by Maniac, and until next time, we'll catch you later.